my camera. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another exciting day of Overwatch. Today we have the University of Hartford versus Babson College for our first round of NACE Open Division playoffs. This is the round of 8. My name is Eric Culver, joined by Mr. Probably Peter. And we're going straight into our first match.
Yeah, it's lovely to be here. It's lovely to see that we're going so aggressively already and just starting this game right off. Really excited to bring you guys this match today. This is University of Hartford versus Babson, and like Eric Culver already said, first round of playoffs, a lot on the line here, especially with a single elim bracket. So University of Hartford's gonna have to show out, but with a 7-0 record so far, they've been doing a fantastic job of showing up on game day. And I'm not too stressed about the fact that it's a playoff. For them, it's just a regular old Tuesday. So hopefully you're able to see some magic, see some impressive plays, well-coordinated executions on ideas, and watch this team pop off, this lovely UHART team that we've come to love and know.
A bit of an interesting look coming out from Babson so far as they're hovering over the Ana ball comp. Currently joking with a illegal character, trying to figure out what they want to run. Hartford, the other while, that's a good call.
Thank you.
What are they running out with?
Well, they're coming out with something that we would definitely consider meta right now. It's a brawl hybrid comp with a little bit of spam inside of it, and that's all because of the Sigma. Everything else is just stock and standard brawl, but you have a lot more of a versatile tank here with the Sigma. But you have to play intelligently, which might not matter with the mechanics of Blackout, who's just going to pop out that first kill straight onto Frank Ocean.
Drewblade now on the Sigma, putting the pressure onto the Reinhardt, who does get caught off by a Maywall by great placement of Ori Maru. And it looks like Hartford trying to push these stagger kills is they're probably going to be able to take this clean first fight without any deaths.
Yeah, and that was a very clean, good first fight, all off the pick onto Frank Ocean by Blackout, and that's just that spam hybrid nature of the comp. You can both brawl and get in there like you see right now off these walls. You can also just spam out and get lucky picks to start off. Play the range as they're doing right now, falling back to plane instead of holding that potential choke that Lijiang Tower is well known for. Reinhardt is halfway through when he gets there, no shield, and the third form finishes him off. Great play and execution of the idea that is integral to UHART comp right now.
And clean play so far. And Hartford's really just making it work. They're the enemy is trying to run this kind of, I'll call like dive brawl sort of hybrid with the Genji. They got the Ana to play for, looking for the antis. Whereas Hartford, they're just saying, hey yo, we're a brick wall. You can't get through us.
Absolutely, and I think that like between the two comps that we see here, both are very hybrid, but you can see a lot more synergy outside of UHART's team. But that was a great cancel on the ultimate there for the Reinhardt on the side of Babson from UHART's Orochimaru. The freeze catching him just at the last seconds. He thought he was going to be able to get out of it with the speed, and this is just a cleanup and a reset for Babson. As at 60%, they're going to maybe have 1.5 to 2 fights left. And they make the swaps maybe necessary for them to achieve a point capture here for the first time as they swap over to the Sig.
And we see the Nano Blade is available for the side of Babson College, so it's going to be a really big just boom or bust. They either get value with this combo or it's just go next. The ult comes out, goes for the slash dash, doesn't find anything. The sound barrier is delayed and it doesn't connect on the backline. Brantix on the Genji finds 2, but Trueblade is still going on the backline, kills 2 of his own, but that does seem like it's probably going to spell the end of the line. But Blackout and Orochimaru are just getting it done. The two of them, the dynamic duo of Mei and Lucio, just putting in the work. And it's still winnable, very much so.
They continue to find pick after pick as OT starts to pick here, or starts to tick down. Cranky coming in with the ultimate as well, and Corey Moore was able to find a headshot on the Ana. That's absolutely pivotal in this last fight. No heals when they only have a Lucio. Babson College at low HP across the board. Lucio's trying to make some magic happen, but even off of a late beat, UHART is able to take this control center point off of just raw mechanics and staying in the fight even when it should be losable. They managed to continue to equalize off Trueblade 16 picks, off of picks from Orochimaru and Blackout. It was impressive all the way down, and they were able to finally put a nail in the coffin. But that was 0 tick up, 0 percentage on the board for Babson. That was incredibly impressive from Uhart as we move into the second round of Lijiang Tower here.
And it seems like Frank Ocean isn't the biggest fan of the composition that Hartford was running out with. Running the Reaper into this Bastion May is just going to feel like slamming your head against a desk, right? You're not going to be able to punch through with the Reaper because there's just so much damage. The moment you poke your head out, it's just GG's. Hartford,
And who
Hartford running a similar comp, except they're going to have the Sojourn this time. Curious how they're going to be able to handle the Doom and Pharmacy.
Yeah, the Sojourn does apply a lot of pressure, but it's not exactly hit scan without that rail shot. So especially with a Pharah Mercy like this, it could potentially be a little problematic. But at the very least, you still have a high damage comp that works really, really well synergy-wise. I wanted to say, who would have thought Frank Ocean being a little emotional? Shocker, at least to me. But that's a one Doomfist, as Triple 16 is able to start the fight off with a pick and potentially get the point capped here, almost guaranteed.
Now it is just a Pharah and a Mercy alone on this objective, trying to stall it out, trying to get some outgoing picks, as they do find Blackout on this Lucio. And Brantix looking to just survive, put pressure out, but completely jukes out Oriburo on the May. And potentially survives.
And gets a boop kill. That's incredible, as everybody going to chase that Pharaoh is always going to be a problem. Chasing these stagger kills can be very pivotal, but the longer it takes, the worse position you put yourself in the team. But as we can see here, the position also for Babson is very confusing. A Ram with Moira on point who had to fade on, and two people sick left side. Cranky's able to capitalize with a really well-timed rail, and we're pretty much even just holding on point. The res may go off, but everyone's still at very low
Blackout
HP.
finds another boot too?
Oh my god, they're able to just regroup. This is looking a little sloppy on the side of Babson, as they're just kind of grasping at straws at this point.
This Ramattra swap is really interesting to see. It's not a character we've seen too much of in the meta in recent weeks, but I'm the Bro is seeming to make it work. They are able to flip the objective back over.
But that might just be 10% on the board and only percentage on the board, as Trueblade 16 is able to follow up off a huge flux and then get two direct kills onto the Moira and onto the Hanzo. Very impressive from Uhart, as they just once again bide their time, play the low man advantage, and find the synergy that they need even when they have down players on their team. We do see a sim swap, however. Looks like it's going to be aggressive plays as the Ramattra teleports in, but the utility on the side of Babson essentially is a Mercy. How are they going to deal with something like this? No speed to get out of the Blizzard. Both players automatically go down. A Moira Cole in the mix, and a good res, but without the tank alive, this should still be going towards the side of Uhart, but gotta make sure that Sam doesn't get ramped up and at high damage, high heals. Oh, great headshot to Oriburo 3?
That's
really?
kind of
Make it another? Okay.
That's a. I think that's a 5K. If you count, I don't know actually what you call that, because he killed the sim twice during this one fight.
I would say that's a 5K.
I'll give it to him. I'm not going to take that away. Might even be a 6K.
Yeah, and it was absolutely well deserved.
The headshots are, not an easy thing to come by as a man. And now the window comes down from Revan as Cranky looking to get some big damage through the window with his own overclock, and finds a crispy headshot onto Frank Ocean on the Tracer, and Oriburo is just aimbotting with this May right now. That's unbelievable.
This is an unreal performance from the Uhart squad here. I mean, they're just putting up numbers. They're doing incredibly well, even at low man disadvantages when they clearly should not be having purchase on the point and in that fight. We're seeing just very impressive things here as we get to see the play of the game from this first Lijiang match. This is incredible. Headshot after headshot after another headshot. Wow, and we're only capturing 3 inside of this, but there's also the kill onto the Symmetra. Finish off with the melee onto the Mercy, and this was just clean play all around from the entirety of the Uhart squad, but Oriburo really putting up numbers here and showing exactly how proficient you can be on the Mei. I mean, each one of these characters are playing inside of this comp has the hybrid ability. They have the ability to not only swag out in long-range poke, but they can also get in and brawl with the Mei wall, with the AoE shots from Sigma, and everybody just has the ability to collapse into either form that you want to play, long range or close, and Uhart is playing both of them very, very well.
Hartford really came out swinging in that first map, right? Up until the final fight of Control Center, I don't think they lost a single member, and then even when they did, they played with the confidence that they needed to keep fighting, keep swinging, and end up holding on and not losing the fight. Did they
Yeah.
did they drop any on the second round either?
Like death wise?
No, fights.
No, technically not. The point flipped over exactly once, but besides that, it was fully clean from the University of Hartford's side, winning every single fight technically. But I will say on the side of Babson, they're taking longer engages. These fights are a little bit sloppier. And I will say there's not as much of a unified backline, um, especially with the committance to these very odd picks. The Ramatra was a bit weird, sticking on the Mercy after the Pharah swap, also very much a weird pick. And like I said earlier, it seems like they're just grasping at straws, looking for any last-ditch effort, and it's only the first map. So, especially as we head into a map here where both Spam and Brawl can be incredibly strong on King's Row, with University of Hartford up 1, we might be looking at a fast one here.
Now, Hartford, curious to see what they'll be running out on. I'm expecting some Sigma, probably May and Bastion, and well, just like that, Sigma, May, Bastion locked in for the defenders here, as the attacking team they're switching it up. They actually have Frank Ocean, who was previously on the DPS role, locking in the Reinhardt, and I'm the bro who was the previous tank, locking Soldier. Curious to see how this plays out for him. In fact, was Brantix on damage also? I think he was on
Brentix is
Genji.
also on damage. Yeah, both the Pharah and the Genji on Control Center and Tower,
Gardens.
irrespectively, or Gardens. Still don't know the names of the map. Obviously, I'm a professional Overwatch player, as I'm also going to call for another scaring of screens.
That's crazy.
It's okay. A lot of balls are being dropped here today, and not only just by the casters, but also a little bit by this team, as we're going to get into, once again, Babson versus University of Hartford, second map. UHart is up 1, and we do see Frank Ocean immediately pop out and get an easy kill onto the as Reinhardt, and then a charge kill as well, forcing University of Hartford back, respecting the space that they are gaining. And this is a classical brawl versus this new hybrid brawl that we're seeing, and by playing a little bit too aggressively and not playing in that hybrid situation where you're switching tempos, it could be incredibly tough.
Oh lord, what was this? What? I don't know what True Blade was really thinking. I'm curious, maybe the comms were, telling him to do something and he was like, alright, I've got to, or something, but that was not a pretty play.
No, not the best. The lamp did come out late, just like you were saying. It could be an idea of like trying to get that lamp in just so that they can survive, knowing that the nail wall was going to come out, but the execution didn't line up with the timeline that was being set by the team of Babson College. And they start to get some progress here going into Streets phase. However, one key disadvantage that they do have is they don't have a major utility in the backline. They have the Kiri and the Baptiste, very good at healing, very good at putting out damage, but not a lot of speed pressure, as a good wall on the side of University of Hartford could be what's as they are able to find Frank Ocean and then live throughout it as well. A wall comes out on the side for True Blade 16, but he's not going to be able to get caught out, especially with the Reinhardt being down there. True Blade 16 is actually able to convert that into the May, because the May is not trapping the Sigma in with you, you're trapped in with the Sigma. And they are able to take the archway and hold a much better position as True Blade 16 continues to get these mid-fight kills. There's a Kiri stuck behind, hello? And
Revan completely lost him, what was that?
Monitor off, absolutely chilling, with Seraphim in the headset, and I guess all of these things are true. True Blade 16 is able to find another pick after another pick. A lot of ults being used, however, University of Hartford able to clean this up and continue to hold Archway.
And Reinhardt is very important to note. Reinhardt did almost nothing in these past, this past fight at the very least. He shattered during the fight before and is only up to 20%. That is really good for the side of Hartford, as they have been prioritizing him and singling him out in the previous fight and making sure he doesn't get to play this game. And a great Maywall coming from Orimuro as Cranky goes in with the Bastion Sentry, just trying to eviscerate the Reinhardt as quickly as possible. Kitsune Rush coming out with the help of a Tactical Visor, and Hartford, with just 1 amp speed disengage, completely negates all of the value from the ultimates.
And that's the utility that you can see there. However, we do see Orimuro getting caught out by the Mail, as well as the fact that they just kind of rush onto him. And Ryan finding another pin charge, or a pin kill, As going back to what you were saying earlier, once again, this Reinhardt isn't the one actually applying all this pressure. He's forcing errors out of the University of Hartford. It has been incredibly tough, especially after that first point. But beyond that, it is his team giving him every single piece of utility that they do have on the board to be able to allow him to do pretty much anything. And it is very much just bare bones Reinhardt Russian charge, using a lot of pins, just getting in and trying to look for those one-shot kills.
Now, ults online for Hartford as Trueblade goes in with the Gravitic Flux, forces out all of the cooldowns available for Babson College, and his teammates going to be there to keep it contested. Great block on the Earth Shatter from Trueblade 16 is Revan with the gap teased, just getting it done.
Frank Ocean once again typing in chat. And yeah, that's a perfectly well-timed shield on the side of Trueblade 16. Absolutely doing the Lord's work here, as it seems like he might be responding, and I can't believe that he actually did, but only 3 letters, letting him know that he's equally as confused, going back to the new fight as they focus forward and try and re-hold in a better position here. However, Archway for Streets, probably the best. This one not the most ideal, however, with a with a turret and a shield like that. Oh
that's,
man, that's quite a lot of damage coming out.
That's a clean engage if I've ever seen one. Kiri on the backside trying to threaten a back gap. Not gonna get anything from it though. And 1 ultimate, 1 instant team fight win. That's what you want.
Honestly, one ult for a team fight win is always going to be a good position to be in, even though the ult economy has swung a little bit onto the side of Babson College. University of Hartford should be able to make back quite a lot of it, especially with a very influential ult on the way. This Mei ult could be everything. However, they're going to be matching not only a Mei ult, but then also 2 more on the side of Babson. There's the Mei freeze coming out, a huge Suzu, but it's still able to find at least the soldier who's able to be freed. And then the Mei ult on the side of Babson comes out, and without a lot of abilities, Orimaru is just stuck and not able to get anything there. The lamp saving him for a second, but Revan actually goes down, and then this Bastion as well, as they just try and stall a card a little bit, but that is going to be Street's phase going over to the side of Babson.
That's
a little bit of BM
wild.
on the side as our cameraman attempts to look away, but sadly it has been captured on tape, and reports will be sent to your families. So
keep an eye out for the report card in the mail.
yes, I need you to sign this and come back with it by Monday.
Now, another massive ultimate combo available for the side of Babson College as Cranky goes in with one of his own before they can really do anything.
They're really grouped up.
The Kitsune Rush still on board for the Kiriko, and Tactical Visor for I'm the Bro. But Cranky, you putting in massive damage with this sentry turret, and they're just holding on to the ultimates. I say that as soon as they pull them out. Shatter, Visor, Rush, all popped all at once, and only finds the 1 so far. Is a great sound barrier protecting the team, and Orimaru takes another guy's head off.
Bro, he was falling. That's a hard shot to hit. Like, I gotta pay respect, and I gotta pay homage to the homie there. He was falling off cart, moving at a weird angle, still hit the headshot. He's dirty. Speaking of someone who might be even a little dirtier though, Trueblade 16 pulling up with 3 in the middle of that fight as well, just to finish it off. Very solid work from the University of Hartford. We see a lot more cohesion in the side of UHart here, as it does seem like I said earlier, Babson making swaps, making changes here. Brantix finally going over to a more utility-based healer. With the speed, they should be able to make a lot more progress here, especially if they play intelligently and look for a Maywall speed amp. But a really good window coming out here on the side of Baptiste, on the side of UHart. Revan looking for these picks, not able to find any so far as Brantix is taking off. But ooh, Cranky with the turrets, able to find 2.
Cranky! Cranky! Oh my lord. Kills 4, I believe, as Trueblade cleans up the I'm the Bro on the Junkrat. And let's talk about that window that Revan had here. That was quite something.
It was something. And that's all I really have to say about it. Cranky really just doing the Lord's work there. Great positioning, obviously forces them to play a lot faster and maybe underneath in a position they don't want to. But it was really Cranky there doing so much as he's able to continue off the fiesta that is happening. Oh my god, it's like he runs a party city. Jesus. It's pick after pick after pick, and the fight has barely even started before it's over. Triple H 16 is able to find one. Oh, but the trap keeps him in position, forcing his death, as University of Hartford's going to respect that, spray their way out, maybe try and stall them,
no.
but with spawns being so close, they had to allow them in, and Orimaru kind of stuck between two ideas here. It is able to be supported out, and they're just going to regroup for a one fight to push them off cart here, and halfway through third point for Babson.
One ultimate available is we see True Blade 16 lifts two people up into the air, doesn't find any kills with it though as Junkrat Tower comes out. Oh, True Blade brought dangerously low, and Cranky is taking out just as well Orimaru. Going to be the only one with a tool that could really make a fight here with... Oh, but he gets taken out before he can use the Blizzard, and now Revan just trying to keep control of this high ground while keeping his Sigma up in this fight. Sound Barrier comes out from Brantix on the Lucio as Revan, dealing with the pressure of the Echo, takes them out, gets dove by a Junkrat, keeps this 1v1, goes and takes the fight, takes out another DPS, just doing it all. The Baptiste of Revan putting in the Lord's work as a Blizzard from Orimaru sets up a third kill for Revan in this fight as Hartford keeps Babson from getting the third checkpoint.
1, 2, 3. It's incredible. Revan absolutely just putting on a masterclass there and staying calm and confident under pressure. That was really good for the University of Hartford. I mean, they had so many opportunities to just end it, and every time that they slipped away because Babson decided to give them a little bit more effort, just a little bit more oomph in the tank that they had, University of Hartford was still just able to stutter step back one and then take 2 more steps forward. And that was really good for the University of Hartford. However, 2 points have been fully capped. Kings Row is well known for going the distance, however, so not too worried about the University of Hartford getting these points, but it's the timeliness of it. The more time you can have in the bank after first point, after second street phase, going into third is going to be everything, especially when it's well known for Babson exactly where they need to stop this cart, and that's pretty much anywhere. So for the University of Hartford, they have to play strong. They have to make sure that they have a little bit of time on the bank. And with this hybrid comp, that is an issue. You do have a lot of instances in which you play a lot more slowly. So you have to switch the tempo at the right time. Make sure you're taking the advantage, but don't play too slow, especially against a well-defined brawl that is going to have a lot of healing, as we do see Brantix coming all the way out on the Lifeweaver. I think this might be the first time that I've had the pleasure, I guess, of casting a game with a Lifeweaver in it.
Lifeweaver is such a special character. They are both really bad, but also obnoxiously powerful. And if Brantix is good enough to get that value, this may be very difficult for you, the University of Hartford. As I say that, just a simple Maywall Bastion turret goes and nearly kills Frank Ocean on the Rhine, but that's one of those annoying tools. Brantix with the Lifeweaver simply pulls him out of danger. And now, speaking of danger, Cranky brought dangerously low, but Revan in a perfect position, completely safe from any of the enemy threats, is just locking down this flank angle, keeping his team up, putting pressure on everyone all at once, and that's some acrobatic play with the help of I'm the Bro on the Junkrat.
Yeah, you can see the tempo switching here as we see Uhart going from spam and just trying to get those picks off to immediately going in as hard as they possibly can. This is the proper tempo switching that you really, really want to see here as 2 ticks go over to the side of University of Hartford, and this Reinhardt is stuck out, gets pulled away, but doesn't have the ability to pressure on point anymore, and at low HP, how is he going to get back in? University of Hartford about to just take point without any resistance. However, at 99%, the Baptiste window comes out on both sides, but this Reinhardt is one. A tree won't be able to defend you. That doesn't count as a contest, as Uhart is able to finish off that first point and go and chase after some of these stagger kills as well.
And that's going to be all or nearly all of these possible staggers being chased out as Orimaru does find a great kill onto I'm the Bro, and Hartford now has control of this objective.
And solid control at that. They have the Lucio posted up, who's able to make that transition from cart to wherever the fight actually starts very quickly with his wall riding abilities. Cranky going to be setting up inside of bar, preparing for this artillery strike. Once again, I'm very excited about Cranky's wacky and fun playhouse. So we see the artillery strike coming in, one place on the Bastion. I'm lagging. And, I didn't see any of that actually.
I gotta fix my computer. I don't know. It's fucked.
shooter costs $3,000. But what doesn't cost $3,000 is UHart team, as they are a poverty team, but they're able to still put up absolute numbers.
This gameplay.
Orimoru is... I can't even see him shooting. I thought he was genuinely just standing there. I'm so sorry.
Oh, but I'm the bro does find two in the back. He's completely lost this. Baptiste is trying to chase this down. Baptiste and Lifeweaver just working as a duo on this high ground, and it's a 2v2 is Brantix and I'm the bro, the dynamic duo getting bullied by Trueblade and Orimoru, the just classic DPS support duo for the University of Hartford.
Absolutely, and this is actually the thing that we get to see here is how strong a Lifeweaver actually can be. It's something that we neglected to talk about earlier, but the Lifeweaver pumps out a lot of healing. The reason why they're so bad is because in Overwatch right now, you need utility as well as healability. You need to be able to do multiple things, and Lifeweaver is a master of a single discipline, right? He is not these other supports where you can easily be a master of none by being a jack of all trades. You really are just hard focusing on healing. I would love to see the damage numbers here, because I imagine they might be 0. As a pull comes out, they're able to put up all the healing, but they can't actually impact all this damage coming in by pressuring
0.
anybody out.
Not 0.
Not 0? I saw 1 damage?
There was at least 20 damage, and I'm the bro takes out Revan with a couple well-placed shots, but Hartford gets the cap and has a couple people gonna get staggered in their backline. This is great for the University of Hartford. They have to just ignore him and let the cart roll. They'll die eventually, probably.
I was so mesmerized by watching the Lifeweaver get their first damage of the game that I kind of forgot that UHart was attacking here. They just flipped map. The Junk and Baptiste caught out behind, and the Baptiste does go down. The Junk's still alive, potentially able to make some magic of it. However, they're only at half HP. They don't really need to focus on him. The Sig swap on the side of Frank Ocean, but they're dead. Golden box of victory in vision.
This kill right there is just, that spells the end. 3 come out for Hartford. It's just a Reaper and a Lifeweaver left alive, and all that remains is good hair 22.
Yeah, and now a Doomfist just kind of please.
Oh, I wasn't scared. Were you scared? I wasn't scared.
I wasn't scared.
Why would you be scared? Like, come on.
I wasn't scared.
He hits those.
Yeah, of course he hits those. Jesus Christ. University of Hartford going up 2-0 against Babson College after this fateful, very, very quick, actually. I think there was still 2 minutes left on the board. Kings Row match that was really, really well played by the University of Hartford. It started off a little bit slow in comparison, but I really think that this play of the game right here, Cranky, just putting up another 4K, and that's 2 back-to-back play of the game 4Ks for the University of Hartford DPS line. It's going to be very difficult to choose a player of the match here, but potentially for the first time ever, we might have to choose one from Babson, as it's not Jover yet. As we go into the Babson pick of Survasa, University of Hartford up 2-0, but we've seen reverse sweeps before. It's definitely possible. So Babson still in this, still trying to make sure that they can let their voice be heard in this playoff series in NACE Star League. But University of Hartford having to throw it on the neck, will they have the character, the poise to be able to finish them off?
That's gonna be the ultimate question here. Is Hartford has a great track record on Survasa throughout this whole season as a whole. The whole season as a whole, I believe they are up to this point undefeated on Survasa. They've only lost up to this point, I believe they've only lost a total of 2 or 3 maps. They had, I think, 2 series early on go to 3-1. They lost either the first or second map and ended on the push map. But outside of those, they've played Survasa for map 3 and they won Survasa.
It's incredibly strong for the University of Hartford squad. I mean, I think that their aggression and their tempo switching, which genuinely, and I don't mean to stroke the ego or do tricks on it, but to the coaching and the actual understanding of strategy of Overwatch from the coaching staff of University of Hartford, which is just Eric Culver, my fellow caster, has been understanding the tempo and the general flow of the game, and they've gotten very good at it. And they understand that right now we are in just fast defined metas. Every single meta is going to be defined by moments of speed and quick attack. And right now, with a hybrid comp that is so prevalent, it's definitely on the side more of playing around when to go fast, when to go slow, but the University of Hartford is really learning to master that ability. And their tempo switching is going to be especially effective on a map this large because of how strong Blackout is. We have an incredibly impressive Lucio player who's able to dictate that flow very well. And on a more classical comp like this Junker Queen comp, we might just see them just run away with it, a clean 3-0. But we'll have to see here. University of Hartford going up against a Sigma comp on the side of Babson.
What a massive axe swing from Orimaru, and another great knife onto this Bastion, just putting out constant pressure, not letting him get to play the game he wants to play. And Trueblade going nuts with these knives. Hits the fadeaway. Oh, this could be dangerous, but, you know, it's Trueblade on the Junker Queen.
Yeah, and what could possibly be said about this University of Hartford playing out of their absolute skulls, not even needing to egress off the point as much, but this is just a clean comp where if they're going to play into you, just hit those axes, hit those jagged blades, pull them in deeper if you need, and just continue to provide that damage that comes from being inside of a team comp that just lives in tight corners. As Triple H 16 set up around this wall, trying to look for some fast axes, potentially get a 0-second cooldown one. That would be pretty sick, huh?
I don't know if you saw it, but there was a clip the other day of someone getting like 3 full axe resets back to back to back. Was it 4?
It was 4. It was wildly impressive.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm trying to remember who it was.
I thought it was a collegiate match. No,
it was.
I thought it was a collegiate match.
I know Jake Overwatch, the K-pop sensation, was in the lobby.
Oh, from La Seraphim.
Yeah. He's the La Seraphim fanboy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we all have our come-ups from someplace. And
oh, they're going in as Triple H 16 pulls the Rampage and gets brought dangerously low, but his team has his back as they find the final blow on Frank Goshen on the Bastion, no longer on the tank, as they seem to have swapped their composition back to what it was on Lijiang. And they're just holding this fight as long as they can. And they do lose Blackout on the Lucio, but, well, I'm not sure if they actually found much. His ultimates come in from mythical MW. And, well, Orimaru does find one, but it looks like he's going to be jumping off this map for the
There's a health pack on your screen. Why don't you? Oh, it's a little ornament. Never mind. As the University of Hartford does force the reset here. Very interesting decision from the University of Hartford. I think that these mid-rotation fights can be incredibly strong. However, the University of Hartford, I think, just invested a little bit too much into that without a lot of purchase to actually finish off those kills. Potentially was just a whip of a Q on the side of True Blade 16, just deciding and thinking that it was a good idea without consulting the team fully. But with the Babson College comp, being set up on point is pretty much everything. They're also going to need this high ground, however, and if University of Hartford recognizes that, they can rotate high, but they're just going in with the blade here. Blackout able to finish off that Sigma that Orimaru was on. The beat coming out as well to try and save him. As the sun was used on the side, of Babson, and that Bastion is 1 HP, count it 1. Able to be finished off by Cranky, but the trades have been going back and forth. Just a Baptiste, a Junker Queen, and a Sojourn alive for the side of University of Hartford. They're trying to get some purchase on this point. They're so close to capping. Don't know what you're shooting at, but you see the Bastion, or sorry, the Genji go into the backline once more. Every single team might have the ability to get full regroup here. It's the overclock's coming out. Rocked by the Sigma and brought down as well, but Blackout's able to use the distraction to get a kill. At the very least, we're at 99% already.
And Hartford is, they're not finding the final blows that they need. Is True Blade 16 is nearing an ultimate. He may look to try and clutch this, but they may also just be, deciding, hey, hold on to these ults. But he does find a second kill. And now it does appear to just be Lucio and Genji remaining as Lucio brought dangerously low. Revan takes out Brantix on the Genji, and Hartford, after a stressful fight, finally flip it back in their favor.
University of Hartford opting to hold these ults, and Babson College opting to hold these Ls, as a point does go over to the side of University of Hartford. However, with 99% on the board, Babson just needs one fight to be able to take this. University of Hartford has to play around that idea, play forward potentially for a little bit. Oh, but the well-timed rock into the flux not only negates the ultimate, but also brings the Baptiste to 1 HP with no abilities. They're going to be the first target, as Blackout is also already down. This is going to be very low healing as the University of Hartford down 3 and likely having to give up this point and this L right back to University of Hartford, as for the first time they take a point, and University of Hartford, they're equal right now, 1-1, as they head into the next point here. And it is Garden, as University of Hartford trying to fight for their lives. Blackout able to find the Tracer in rotation. Very, very solid kill. As you can see, opposed to the other type of mid-fight or mid-rotation fight, that was just a one-on-one turned into a 2v1. And that's a much better pick on the side of University of Hartford than before when you tried to take a full-on team fight between points.
Hartford now has both of their support ultimates to try and handle the DPS duo of Frank Ocean and Brantix. Ultimates coming out. Alari pops the sun, looking to find who they can shoot, and it's gonna be Revan who uses this Baptiste window. And oh my gosh, this is such a scrappy engage. Revan is able to take them out before the sun is exploded. And now ultimates again. Blackout pulls the sound barrier to keep his teammates alive from Brantix Genji Blade, and Orimaru, the only ultimate on the table after he takes out this Lucio, and he's going to opt to hold on to it, as it seems Hartford is able to take this objective with no further ultimate expenses.
And that's really, really good, as we see the ultimate economy kind of equalize here. One ult on either side. However, one is going to be an offensive ult and one is going to be a defensive ult. The timing of them is going to be absolutely everything. But even if you use an offensive ult for a defensive ult, as useful as something like a Lucio sound barrier, you could just bide your time after the fact. So the University of Hartford has to play again, once again, play around that tempo switching. Frank Ocean just getting caught out once again, being the first fight pick. And Pylon is also down. That's pretty much as valuable as some of the players on any team, with how valuable that is. But a headshot during deflect. Brantix able to find the Orimaru blade there. Still a beat on the side of Mythical MW for Babson. This could be a very tough position.
Okay. All right, True Blade. I see doing whatever it takes, and you know, it takes what it takes, and Cranky gets taken out. True Blade now going in with the ultimate, just solo hitting their Sigma, just trying to secure that final blow as soon as possible. And now just the supports alive, as they're going to chase these stagger kills and take another 1 point advantage as they now try to set up for objective number 4.
And Trueblade 16 really saying country girls make do as he uses the jagged blade to take down a pylon. And I can confidently say that's the first time I've ever seen that. University of Hartford, though, moving over to this potential last point, deciding not to go for a mid-rotation kill or fight whatsoever, just deciding to try and set up, especially with Babson having a clear advantage towards the point. However, meeting a Sigma before they actually get to any sort of safe position. A shout coming out, but Blackout is able to be caught inside of that pulse bomb on the side of the Babson's Tracer.
The lamp
a lot of healing going on. Right, wow.
Oh, the lamp came out just a tad too late to keep Blackout alive, and now Cranky does find one as well as Orimaru, so they may be able to continue fighting this. As Revan is back with his second support, Blackout, who has returned from the spawn room with the sick, nasty Lucio rollouts, and Trueblade's just running it down in this backline of Babson College. They get the capture, and now perhaps looking to stagger out the Sigma, as I instantly see him get eviscerated.
Oh wow, and Brantix able to find a kill there as well. That could spell a little bit of doom for the University of Hartford squad here, as they are down 1, but that's a Genji, so they should be able to get back pretty quickly. Also going to get a little bit of speed help from Blackout, Orimaru, or potentially not, as instead they're going to try and set up and hold for long as possible so that Orimaru can make it back. And Babson getting ready for another assault here. However, taking away rather quickly this point. Really don't let it slip, as
Frank Ocean goes in again on his own and just gets taken out. Oh, the LOS is cut off around the corner as the Alari Sun does not find the kill that they were looking for. The Sigma Flux comes out, but alas, nothing found yet again. Trueblade 16 finds one, as it's just the Genji remaining. Has the blade available, but 80%, and there might not be another touch. As we see, I'm the Bro switch over to the Doomfist, and Hartford looking to clean this up here. Doomfist jumps in alone. Lucio, Mythical MW, trying to stall, trying to do whatever he can. Tracer of Frank Ocean, again, just jockeying this point as best they can. Moira, Genji coming in at the last second. All that remains is Hartford gets the team kill, gets the third objective, and takes the first round of playoffs in a clean 3-0 fashion.
And an incredibly solid GG for the University of Hartford team. I mean, they just played incredibly well, incredibly solid. It's exactly everything you wanted to see. And 3 for 3 on play of the games. What else could you possibly ask for? True played 16. Really doing incredibly well on this Junker Queen, especially into the Sigma comp. Really much assisted by the speed of Blackout, but turning that speed into practically his own asset, is able to just do so much with the aggression here. And University of Hartford really deserving this W. I mean, it was really well timed and orchestrated, and yeah, to have to give it out to University of Hartford and move into the most important question here, which is going to be who do we even possibly give the player of the game here to, with how impressive every single person has been playing so far. Every single map saw one player really shining, but the entire team doing well. What are your thoughts on who could possibly be the player of the match for today?
I I'm not sure if I could pick a player of the match. I could definitely pick a play of the map for each map. At least the first two. Orimaru 6K was just magnificent. And then Revan on the Baptiste in King's Road during that overtime fight where he kills 3, just chef's kiss. It's beautiful. I'm not sure if I could pick one easily for Survasa. Perhaps you have one.
I don't have a standout play, I'll be honest. I do think what stands out the most, sadly, and if you're a Babson fan in chat, I'm sorry to say it, it really was how much that Tracer got picked out first for almost 3 straight fights, as well as multiple fights prior to that as well. That's the biggest thing that stands out in my mind. But University of Hartford being able to capitalize off of that, I would say that Blackout stands out in my mind, not only with the Lucio wall riding to be able to get back to point, but for looking for those picks and likely being the reason why they calmed them. That's where I would go. But personally, if I were to choose a player of the match for today, I wouldn't even choose a player. I would choose the manager Dusty, and this is not only just because they joined, but because the entire team played well. I think I want to talk to some middle management people. I think I want to talk to somebody who corrals these boys, see them every single day, make sure that their energy is high and spirits are up, making sure that they get their food in, their nutrients. It's very vital. So if you're down for it, I think it's going to be, ooh, and a little bit of water. Always got to be drinking your water. I'm assuming that that's water. Um, as if you're cool with it, I think we talk with Derek today. Maybe get a little bit of some side commentary for some people. But truly, just a huge shout out to the entire University of Hartford squad. And let's talk to the man behind the curtain here, Dusty, i.e. Derek Torres.
Oh, I should get a curtain.
You should get
I
a
should get a
curtain.
Oh,
curtain.
that'd be cool.
That would
That'd
actually
be
go
cool.
hard in
That'd
the
be
face.
cool.
Now that you said that I don't have to look at their faces.
Write that down. Write that down.
All right,
Okay,
how
well,
we
I have
doing
to start
today?
off
How
with
we
my
doing
first
today?
question then.
All right.
Actually, first, how are you doing? How has today been?
Honestly, it's been good. It's been good. I went back home. I ate a torta. It was good. It was good. I came
that's
back.
That's great to hear. My first question though was going to be, do you know what that reference is from? The man behind the curtain.
The man behind the curtain, I believe so. It was from. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, we'll
Yeah.
we'll save the quizzing for when you're actually in your college classes.
Yeah.
My first genuine question though, related to Overwatch and this match, what was it like today, interacting with everybody, getting them into the dome, making sure that they were ready for their first playoff appearance, since last year? What was that like? Did you sense any nerves? Did you sense excitement? What was the vibe of the team? What were you dealing with as a manager for everybody?
Um, Pretty much. Everyone's pretty ready. I had to reschedule because that guy over there, that guy Cranky Pants, Jason Begania, that guy. No, it's me.
Wait, which one?
Anyways, Cranky Pants,
Oh.
Cranky. You know the DPS or DPS.
Right.
Right. Yeah, right.
The Sojourn.
Yeah, we had to reschedule
extra.
because of him because he had a little field trip.
Ooh, where'd he go?
Where'd he go? I don't know. He went to go see where they build legs and stuff and arms and fingers.
Ooh. Like Legos?
Like a womb?
Sure. It's like the little plastic legs. You know the prosthetics.
Oh, so like prosthetic. I forgot to use
It's
prosthetic.
human Legos. It's human Legos. I don't know.
Uh, 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 uh.
But anyway.
Interesting.
Right?
Well,
Continue.
I'm sorry. Genuinely, can you call Jason over? I have to ask him an important
Jay,
question.
Jay, come here.
I have to ask him.
No, it's not
Oh,
him. It's
Lord.
me.
It's
I'm
still Derek.
getting
I just
interviewed.
have
It's still
one question
me.
for him.
Yeah, it's me. Peter wants to ask you a question. Yeah.
Yes.
What's up? So I had a question. If you had all of the prosthetics needed to like build a human, could you just make a robot?
Out of
All right,
curiosity,
cool.
what was the question?
Chat. Chat, clip it. Chat.
What happened?
So I have a
What's
real
wrong?
question for you, Derek.
Yeah.
This one is provided by chat, and it says, "Who's
He's
your
not
favorite
legally
player on
allowed
the
to what?
team, and why is it
Oh,
NIFT_FPS_OW?"
say that one more
Uh,
time.
who's your favorite player on the team, and why is it NIFT? And then my add-on to the question is, if it wasn't NIFT, who would be your favorite player on the team?
Oh, my favorite player. Oh, I can't choose favorites. I can't.
You have to. It's Sophie's choice. I'm sorry.
It's a guy. I don't know. There's a guy standing here and he's pointing at himself right now. Oh, he's showing his bum. He's showing
I
his bum.
can't look around the camera. I can't see him.
It's I don't know. Jason Pagania, I guess my roommate.
Oh,
But it's not
interesting.
really. But it's not really. I don't like that guy. I was lying.
Oh,
I hate
tea?
waking up and seeing his face every single morning.
Do we have some tea to spill?
Do you guys have your beds like right next to each other, so you wake up and you roll over and you just like look directly into his dreamy eyes?
He wishes.
Dude, I wish. I wish there was a third bed in there.
We have an air mattress.
I'm on the way, and this interview coming up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I love Nif too. Nif's a great guy.
Yeah,
Everyone's saying they don't like Nift apparently.
No.
that's understandable.
Chat.
Specifically this guy.
I hate Niv.
All right.
Understandable.
So for my next question, talk
Right,
to us.
right.
Talk to us about your go-to Hawks Nest order. We saw
Go to Hawks Nest order?
we saw the order on your phone, but you know, I want to hear you analyze it, discuss it with us. It does not say what you ordered, just
Doesn't
that
know
you
what you
ordered. Now
Look
I
at you.
see me. Oh
it's
God.
Adam.
It's actually Subway.
Oh, it's Spub. What's your Spubby order?
My Spubby order, I get a ham sandwich. I get a ham 12-inch sandwich on an Italian urban ease, right? An Italian urban
wait.
ease.
I'm sorry. What?
An Italian urban ease.
Yeah, but what do you get on it?
Ham and bacon.
Any lettuce, tomato, pickles?
Lettuce, pickles, mayo.
No tomato.
Bro, just go home and make a sandwich. Like I've never understood just like going to a Subway or going out and just like buying a salad or buying a ham and Swiss.
So
just
so
make one
Peter,
at home.
As a reminder, they are on the school dining system.
A, I forgot. B,
If you saw him, I'm scamming you. So it's like
valid, understandable, honestly, genuinely
Oh yeah,
understandable.
we're all broke now because of
Yeah.
that place.
I was
actually.
gonna say just go and buy groceries so that you can have like mayo and ham and Swiss, but like I never did that shit for 4 years straight out
This
there.
this place is
Yeah.
draining us of our pockets.
Yeah, it's
No
draining you in
offense,
more
you
way than
Hart.
one.
Don't take away
so.
my scholarships. I need it.
Any
Yeah,
other
I-
Overwatch questions, Mr.
Any other
Probably
Overwatch
Peter?
questions?
I got
Who's
nothing.
your main?
Who's my main
Hey,
in
who is?
Overwatch? I've been playing a
Ooh,
lot of
I got a
Junk
great
King and
Overwatch question.
Who
Malari.
You
is
can
your-
also ask this for Ariel Culver. Draft a
Oh, Mr.
basketball
Sport.
team based off of the Overwatch players or Overwatch characters. So I'm gonna need a center, a power forward, and the other 3 positions.
And
I
the other
am-
3 positions. I don't. I also totally know those other 3 positions.
Pick 5 characters.
Who would be good at basketball?
Who would
That's
be
my
good at
question for
basketball?
Do
you.
they have their
Ooh.
armor and equipment or not?
No, they can switch outfits into an NBA like a normal
Okay,
uniform.
so Farah isn't literally flying.
No, but characters that can fly without armor are allowed to fly.
So like Zen and Echo.
Zen and Echo both can
Zen,
fly. Zen can't fly, he
but-
can float.
no. But Zen is already pre-prepared with the balls.
Does Zen have to dribble because he doesn't walk?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That would be he technically would be traveling because the ball does have to technically hit the ground.
But
Yes, I think
but
he can't double dribble, but
it's
he
not.
can travel.
How is it traveling though? Because traveling happens when your foot hits the ground.
If he never touches
But
the
it
ground.
would be. Would there be restrictions on flying?
I think there has to be, right?
There has to be because then it would be cheating.
He could
It
take the
wouldn't be
legs
basketball.
down.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be basketball.
He could put the legs down. Like we've seen the emote, he's actually just faking the funk. We know that he can walk.
What about
Bro
Sigma?
can walk. He's walked before.
Yeah.
I think that they have to play by NBA rules, right?
They have
They
to play
have
by
to put their
NBA
feet down.
rules.
Yeah.
They can't just pull out a jetpack or literally
Interesting.
harness the power of the sun to fly.
What about
Yeah, but if
what
they
about
do it while they're jumping,
what about Sojourn's robotic legs?
I think that's fair game.
Yeah, it's
Oscar-
technically
Oscar
prosthetic. She
Pistorius-
lost her legs,
Yep.
so she's brave enough to play basketball. So
Yep.
Interesting.
Shout out to South African Blade Runner Oscar Pistorius. He absolutely killed those women. But he's also one hell of a runner and didn't have a single leg.
All right. Well, I have one final question for you, Mr. Derek Torres.
I'm here to answer that question.
What comes next?
Oh,
Today,
is that
tomorrow,
predetermined?
this week, 1 week from now? Talk to us.
I don't know, man. It's kind of. I'm trying to figure out who's our next opponent already, but I don't think that's determined yet. But it might have been determined. I don't know.
Damn, he forward thinking as hell.
I'm trying to look at it right now.
Let's
I don't
see if
even
I
know
can pull
what
it up.
Babe, you got a week time. You got a week of time. Why don't you just relax? Like, what's the vibe? Where are you going this weekend? How you
Oh,
chillaxing?
let's see. I'm leaving Friday morning. I hang out.
It actually is listed, by the way.
Is it?
It seems there is no match next week, and the following week we are playing St. Andrews Esports.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can't even see it, but well, like the actual like bracket. I
Here.
don't know where it is.
So I will. You know how it says like the massive list of all the teams that are playing today, right? And you got
Right.
like match schedule open +1, open +2, and so on. On the right side, it says select round of 8, round of 4, and so on. If you select round of 4, you can then scroll down and find UHart versus St. Andrews. And it seems like
+4, right? Yeah. Yep. Found it.
And it seems like there is a bye next week, perhaps for Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving, yeah.
and then
It says the 28th.
St. Andrews on the
There's a bye
horizon.
week for Thanksgiving. So the next time we play is the 28th.
They had a clean 3-0 sweep over the Warhawks.
Which is the team we beat.
And they also had a clean 3-0 sweep over Babson. We also had 3-0 sweeps over them, so it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll look into it more.
It'll be a fun game.
Today. It'll be an interesting game. Any
forward to it.
further questions? What I was doing over the weekend? I don't know. I'm probably heading home Friday, hanging out with my lovely girlfriend afterwards, and then I don't know. We'll see how the go. I'm going to a Pierce the Veil concert on Tuesday at Boston, Massachusetts.
Nice.
It's a good
And
thing the
yeah.
game got canceled.
Yeah.
Oh wait, House of Blues?
How's the blue?
House of Blues is an event space in Boston. My brother's going to a concert next Tuesday there as well.
I think it's in. I couldn't tell you exactly where it is. It's in Boston, Massachusetts. It's in. I can tell you in 5 seconds. If you can count 5 seconds for me, Peter, that would be lovely.
One.
There you go. It's in
Two.
Fenway.
Oh, dude, sick. My brother's probably going to something else. Hey, if you run into a tall
A tall,
person with
different
my
version of you.
complexion, Yeah, like a tall, much more attractive lawyer version of me.
Oh, okay.
Say hi. Dude,
Yeah.
brother, I don't know what to say.
Love yourself,
Bro,
and you will be at peace
I'm a
with the
9
world.
out of 10, bro is a 13. I don't believe it. It's insane. It's our genetics,
Peter,
they're
you always
crazy.
gotta tell yourself, you're always a 10 out of 10, and you'll
Damn.
always be happy.
Well, thank you so much. Hey, you provided more to this interview than either of the two interviewers. I got distracted and started solving a cube halfway through. But besides that, I think we're out of questions. Thank you so much for being an impeccable manager of the U-Heart squad, and also for participating in this interview. Congratulations for your first playoff dub, and I'm very excited to see how far you guys are going. And we'll be back with all of you lovely people watching at home with another U-Heart game casted in 2 weeks' time. So we won't see you next week. Have a good one. But week after that, back with a little bit more playoff actions against St. Andrews College.
St. Andrews
Any other
College.
words?
No, my Subway's ready though. I
Plug-
felt the buzz in my pocket.
Plug your socials. Any shout outs?
Plug any socials? I don't.
All
use
right.
social
Thanks for
media.
joining us. Bye bye.
Bye.
I disconnected him.
I disconnected.
He
He
disconnected.
disconnected.
He disconnected.
Look,
Yeah,
hit me with
I
the
know where all
stand.
you live.
He
I
hit
know
me
where
with the
all you live.
stand.
I
Look,
swear to
hit me
God,
with
I'll
the
I'll
stand.
DDoS you all right here, right now.
He licked me with the stand.
He wouldn't DDoS us, right?
Does he know where we live?
I don't know.
didn't tell
Maybe.
him.
I bet he knows what town we live in.
Yeah, I don't know what town you
I
live in.
definitely
but, like,
didn't send him our address.
Why would you, dude?
Hey, he said he wanted to mail me a brown package.